What's up, Colliders? Welcome back to another episode here of Worlds Collide. I am the Kid JW. That's Miss Diva Talks.
What's up, y'all?
We're back again with 7 body language techniques, notices, signs. Signs is the word that we're going with today. Um, so we're gonna see what the 7 body language signs is. I think it's about love. Don't quote me on it, but
Do you ever read the titles before we come in here?
no, because I like to be surprised. Just like the viewers who watch this. Shout out to y'all new ones too. All 13 new people. Shout out to y'all. So I like to be
We see
surprised.
y'all. Yeah.
We do. I'm gonna grab y'all something from Dollar Tree. Let's dive on into it, y'all.
What's going on, YouTube world? This is your guy, Seals the Man, coming back at you with another nighttime edition episode. Thank you for being here once again. And I'm going to continue with another conversation about body language when it comes to men. And in tonight's video, I'm going to talk about the body language of a man who is in love. Because there are signs, there are flags, there are movements, there are gestures, there are ways that we move when we are in love. And you'll notice this with your man who is in love with you, but you'll also notice this with other men who are in love with their woman and not necessarily you. There is a way that men move when they are locked in with their soulmate. All right. So I'm going to talk about these funny, interesting, yet evident ways that men in love show when it comes to their body language. And the very first one that I'm going to talk about and break down is when a man is in love with a woman, he faces her fully. You know what I'm saying? When a man is in love, he faces his woman fully. There's no half stepping. There's no side talking. There is no lack of attention. He's not fading away from her when he's talking. When a man is in love, he is here with you. What you say? You called me? Where you trying to go? We haven't been on vacation in a while. Where you trying to go? He is here with you. You feel me? Because he is all about you. He is all in you. Therefore, he's going to be facing you fully. You got all of his undivided attention. And he wants you to know that you got his undivided attention. And that is why he is all in your grill. Fully. Now, the next body language of a man who is in love is when he mirrors your movements and gestures. Y'all ever notice when y'all be with someone for so long, y'all start to say the same things? The little lingo that you had, now he's starting to say it. Y'all even starting to look alike. But when it comes to a man who is in love, he starts to mirror your movements. He starts to do the things you do, whether it's joking.
I be telling you, don't be taking my words.
I don't know what you're
Don't be
talking
trying to be pull up. Don't be trying to pull a me on me.
Hey.
Whatever.
Or not. It can even be subconsciously. He just does it because he's around you all the time. And he loves you so much that he has taken all of you in. And in that process of taking all of you in, he starts to mimic what you do. Whether it's that little hop you do when you get out the car, or the sucking of the teeth if you're Caribbean and he's not, or the noise and the body movement you make when you get out of bed in the morning. When a man is in love with you, he has become one with you and vice versa. So you will tend to notice that he will do the same things or start to do the same things that you do. And sometimes it's not even purposeful. It just happens. It's just a part of the flow that y'all two have together. Another interesting body language that happens when a man is in love is that his pupils will dilate around his woman. Now, there's science behind this because pupils dilate when there is an increase in arousal, when there is an increase in mental stimulation, but also the pupils dilate to allow more light into them because you are the light of his life. So this is
And this is why I be telling you, I don't need all these lights on. I am the light.
Well, I'm near side, so I need the light because I can't see without light. Thank you very much. I already got bad eyes.
actual body process, a body reaction when it comes to an increase in energy, arousal, stimulation. And a man who is in love with his woman, she does all those things for him, whether it's mentally or physically. So you will notice when a man is in love with you and you stare into the depths of his eyes, if you see those pupils dilate, that's a huge sign. And it's also a sign that something that you said could have been a trigger for her. Something that you did could have triggered that. That's real power. The next body language.
Let me say this. Don't stare at me in my eyes. Like, don't. As people
I
stare,
can't nowhere. I get lost in the glare of your glasses.
but no, I don't like when people just stare at me in the eyes because I get uncomfortable. So, like,
Why?
like
It's
if,
weird.
like if I'm making, like, you know how they say you're supposed to make eye contact when you're talking, but I can't do that because when you stare into my eyes, I get extremely weird.
Defensive.
Yeah, like I feel like you're looking into.
Worried.
Yeah, I feel like if you're a boss doing, it, I feel like you're trying to make me say some shit. I feel like I'm about to get fired or some shit, or I just feel like guilty or it's like you feel like you're looking into.
Looking into your soul.
Yeah, I had an old
Eyes
boss
is
before we
what
get
goes to the
back.
soul.
I had an old manager. He had blue eyes. He was cool as hell, but when he stared at you and he was talking to you, it's just his blue eyes, just piercing blue eyes, just look at you. And he's like, yeah, he already knew what you was gonna say. It's like, damn.
That I want to talk about when it comes to a man who is in love is his hands are open and relaxed around you. I ain't gonna lie. I tend to notice that when I'm around people or when I'm in public, my hands are usually closed fist, tight. It's like a natural thing. I'm not telling myself to do it. It's kind of like a defense mechanism because you just don't know when you gotta pop off. You just don't know. The world is crazy. And as your man, I have to be your protector, so I'm always on go. What? Oh, I thought somebody said something. But when it comes to you, when he's around you, you are his safe space. You make him put down his guard. You make him feel at home. And when you're at home, you don't feel that high in security or high in tightness. You're relaxed because you're at home. And when you find, or when a man finds a home in a woman, those same traits apply. Those same feelings apply. I don't have to be as tight. I don't have to be all hard and hardcore around my woman because she makes me feel at home because she is my home. So you'll notice when a man is in love with a woman, he's looser. His hands are open, shoulders lax. He doesn't feel as pressured as in being in the public and out in this crazy world. It's an interesting thing to notice. And piggybacking off of that, on me being defensive around people in the crazy public, is that when a man is in love with you, he's going to feel protective without even realizing it. Especially out in the public. He's telling you to walk on the right side of him so that he can walk on the side of the street. He might tell you that he wants to sit towards the door so that he can see the door in case anything pops off. He can be ready to protect you. If y'all walking down a busy sidewalk, he's walking behind you and closely so he can see everything around y'all, including you. Whether that's holding your hand or holding your waist as you walk. These type of men who are in love are going to protect their love. And the body language that is exhibited will show signs of his protectiveness of her. But like I said with this point, sometimes he doesn't even realize it because I know I don't. It just happens. It just snaps like that. It's second nature. And the funny thing when it comes to understanding men better, I'm going to tell y'all something about men, is that it is not something that someone needs to teach me. It was always in me. When I was a little kid, I was always overprotective of my grandmother. Even though I knew I couldn't beat no grown man up, it was just in me to protect her. Or when I was growing up protecting my little cousin around them bad little boys in our neighborhood. No one had to tell me to protect her. I felt it because I love my little cousin. And I would never want to see danger come her way. So it was in me. So take that as you may. Now, this body language of men who are in love is an interesting one because it involves the man without the woman's presence. And what I'm talking about is a lot of men who are in love will create space and boundaries between other women outside of his own woman. Now let me explain. I've worked in the corp world for years. And one thing with the corp world is that the corp world and the corp employees love happy hour. They love to celebrate their big wins. They love to celebrate their big opportunities that they captured. So when these things happen, there's always some kind of a party or a happy hour or a get together. And what I've experienced in the corp world is that when people drink, they tend to get a little touchy sometimes. And that goes for the women. There have been many happy hours that I've been to where I will see the strict women in the workforce that I work with become straight up funny characters and different people when that liquor hit that system. And sometimes when that happens, they can get really flirty. And I've experienced women who flirt with me when they get a little drunk and they start touching or getting uncomfortably close. But one thing a man is going to do when he is in love with his woman is create that space. All right? Create that boundary because this is not happening. This is not it. When a man truly loves his woman, he's going to protect her when she's not even there. He's going to protect what they have. He's going to protect the love that they share. And sometimes in protecting the love that he has with his woman, it doesn't necessarily involve her direct presence. Sometimes that man has to do that on his own, behind closed doors, behind curtains, when she's not around, when she's not aware. Because if that man does not create that space and create that boundary, then he is allowing things in that can ruin his relationship, that can ruin his marriage, that can ruin his love. And we ain't got time for that. So you will notice, even if you're not the drunk woman, you'll notice, if you're people watching in the bars or happy hours, that a man who is truly in love with his woman is going to create space when a drunk woman comes his way.
And you can clearly see the ones who ain't. It's like, ain't he got a wife? Mind my business.
I mean, also working in the corporate America, call center life. So everybody know call center life, factory life, warehouse life, same thing. Plant life, that's factory life. But yeah, same thing.
Same thing.
Yeah. Everybody know you got a work wife, work husband. Everybody know that. You know, and it's always from my views, it's always like the work wife when another woman be trying to get all close when they at the happy hours and stuff like that. The work wife usually will be that defensive, like be that protective girl. He taken, boom, and then the other girl goes off, or the work husband do the same, he rolls back. You know, it's a weird
Dynamic.
dynamic, but it you've seen it.
Of course I have.
Like you see it, and it's hard to explain, but it makes sense when you like, oh, that's just his work wife. What? You know? I always joke with you, like, damn, you ain't got no wife, and your little work husband got fired. Damn, that's sad. Damn. You know? It's like, damn.
But I get what you're saying. He'd be the one to help protect
Yeah,
because he knows what's going on.
yeah,
And that's actually funny because he was the one that, protected because of,
yeah. Situations.
somebody showing up, looking for me or whatever. He'd be like, it's some guy out here for you. He didn't say what he wanted.
He just wants you. Even though all 12 of us are available, he just wants you.
So,
So
yeah.
that's why I said, like, depending how your work relationship, your work wife, work husband dynamic is, it's okay. Now, if y'all going on vacation together, well, if it's a corporate event, then obviously you gotta go on vacation. But if you're going on a business trip with your work wife or work husband, Houston have a problem. But yeah,
Or a flirty woman comes his way because he respects his woman. That is definitely a body language of a man who is truly and respectfully in love with his woman. And the last one I'm going to talk about, the last body language of a man who is in love, is that a man may get a little nervous around his woman. He may show a little nervous energy, especially if he's shy. Now, the reason why I want to pinpoint on this is because, a lot of men out here, including me, we like to be macho men. You know what I mean? We like to flex. We like to be the big bad boski. You know what I mean? We want to be the boss. We like to show that masculinity at times, right? But there are times where we care what you think. And sometimes in caring what you think, as his woman, can make him a little nervous. He's trying to impress you. Always. 24/7. The impressing does not stop. And I've heard somebody say that before. They was like, yo, once I get my woman, that I don't need to impress her no more. That is where you went wrong. That is where you go wrong. The impression does not stop. You should continue to try to impress your woman. Just because you feel like you locked her down, you're supposed to stop? That's whack. But because this man wants to continually impress his woman, he doesn't want to get caught slacking. He doesn't want to look underprepared. He doesn't want his clothes all over the place or his hair not good or right. He wants to present himself in a way that will make his woman happy. So he may ask questions like, hey, you like this shirt? Do I look good? I look good for you? Like, that's a little nervous energy because you want to make sure he good. It does not mean he's scared or afraid, but he wants to look good for his woman. He wants to smell good. He wants to be good, a good representation of her. And there is nothing wrong with that. He's only nervous because he cares. All right. So I hope y'all enjoyed my 7 body languages of a man who is in love. And I want y'all to pay attention to these. Take note of these. And if you experience these, talk about it in the comment section below. Love that. I will see you on my next video.
When you're nervous, you babble.
yeah.
Consistent run-on sentence.
That's the case. Like when I'm nervous, like if it's just like if it's a random chick, I ain't gonna be like, oh yeah, it's just a one and done sentence. All right, boom. It's a it's a properly structured sentence. It's a title word, title letter, commas, periods, done. When I'm nervous around a yeah, it's just it's going on. And two, I'm also self-conscious too, like how I look. So I'm always making sure I'm always because I ain't like everybody else who got like wave 360 waves, deep dark 360 waves with the hair and stuff, the big fully beard and whatnot.
You've come a long way though, because Lord,
You know,
from the flannel, Jesus.
I like flannel because it's warm. Do you not know where you live?
On the damn colors.
I like.
Like you don't like solid colors
I
at
really
all.
don't like solid colors. I don't like solid colors. Now I just wear black because
You do solid colors. You'll do blue, red,
orange,
gray.
orange and gray. But I'm always being nervous. Like that's why I always make sure I keep my hair cut low because I ain't got a lot of hair and I ain't got a hairline like other people. You know. So yeah,
But that's why you got to be careful when you end up.
I
Because
blame.
you are a reflection of your partner. So, just
Mm, I'm cheap, so.
Take me home. If you enjoyed this reaction colliders, go ahead and hit the like button, share with someone you think would like it as well. If you want to catch me and Official JW on our own YouTube platforms or this YouTuber for yourself, or check out this video for yourself, of course, the links will be in the description below where you can catch us. And I said that already.
We'll catch y'all next time,
Bye,
y'all.
y'all.
Bye.